Now, I said a couple of times, if Democrats take back the majority. You said when Democrats take back the majority. If the Democrats do take back the majority, they will be in need of a speaker.
There we go.
And you are the focal point of that discussion because you were Speaker of the House when Democrats took back control officially in 2007. You were the woman Speaker of the House. Now, though, NBC News has a story about all the Democrats who are running for election this year. They interviewed, you see it there, Democrats opposing Pelosi. And these are the 51 people who were surveyed who are candidates. 42 of them are not Democratic nominees. 9 of them are incumbents who have said that they will not support you in the run for Speaker.
Well, let me just say first.
One, I mean, why not, if the Democrats take back the House, give up the gavel?
Well, first of all, let me just say this, and I know NBC has been on a jag of this. This is one of their priorities, to undermine my prospects as Speaker. But putting that aside, I have not asked one person for a vote. I haven't asked a candidate or an incumbent for a vote. What's important, and I know better than anybody how important it is for us to win this election, because I see up close and personal what the Republicans and this president are doing. I do not think our opponents should select the leaders of our party. The Republicans are spending millions, tens of millions of dollars against me because they're afraid of me, because I outraise them in the political arena, because I outsmart them at the negotiating table, and because I'm a woman who is going to be a seat at that table. And that, for me, is very important. If Hillary Clinton had won and sat at the head of that table, it'd be different. But I'm not yielding. I'm not yielding that. Now, I do believe that none of us is indispensable, but I think I'm the best person for the job, and I won't let the Republican ads, which are just flooding these districts. And I say to the candidates, do whatever you have to do. Just win, baby. I know 1 in 5 children in America lives in poverty. We must win this. When the caucus decides, it will decide whose name they will send to the only then after the election will I ask people for their support. I
want to zero in on something you said in that answer, and that you said that it's part of the reason is because you're a woman. And in doing my research, your favorable rating among Democrats actually surprised me, given the scuttlebutt. It's 55%. Favorable rating among Democrats in the latest Gallup poll. Your counterpart, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, his favorable rating is 48% among Republicans. Neither of you nationally is terribly popular, but you're more popular than he is. You are about the same age. Do you think that the reason why there's so much focus on you in opposition to you is based on your gender?
Well, first of all, let me say there's a better poll than that.
Of course you have a better poll.
It's 3-1 Democrats favor within the party. So my numbers are better than any of the other leaders. But at that point, you reference it, but it's better than that. But let me just say this. I have made some very powerful enemies. Challenging the fossil fuel industry in terms of clean air, clean water, food safety, and the rest. Wall Street with Dodd-Frank reform, health care, bringing in all of the anti-government ideologues. Name any subject, whether it's the environment, whether it's women's right to choose, whether it's gun safety, whether it's immigration fairness and the rest. There's big money. Oh, labor rights, did I name that? There's big money that comes in against the role of government, because many of them are anti-governance, and specifically to these issues. So there's big money out there against me. The more they make this point, though, the more money I raise. If you see their letters, their fund letters, they say, we have to stop her because she's just a force that is amassing the resources to win this election. And that is what I will continue to do, and they only help me when they go after me. But you know what? I'm the least important part of all of this. What's as important is what matters in people's lives. And I tell the candidates, don't even mention Donald Trump. It's not about him. He's self-evident. It's about your relationship to the constituents. Their financial security, which is related to health care, cost of prescription drugs, cost of premiums, Medicare, Medicaid, pre-existing condition as a benefit. It's about how they are not getting big raises in their pay, even though we're giving big money to corporate America. So it's about financial stability in their families, and they, the public, sees better than most other people in politics the connection between big money being an obstacle to big raises for them and lower cost for them. So I've amassed a good array of very wealthy people who do not want to see me as Speaker because I'm effective.
Final question. Do you foresee a situation or a possibility where you would decide not to seek the speakership if Democrats were to win the majority in the midterms?
Again, that is the least important question of all, with all due respect. It's an NBC question, I know, because that's a jag you all are on. What's important is that I'm staying focused on winning this election. I'm not even thinking about what happens next, because what is important to the country is that we take it back for the American people. And that means winning the House for the Democrats and hopefully winning the Senate.